Introducing first, the Golden Boy, AJZ.
Folks, we are back. OVW ringside. Feels so good to be back. First time in 6 months we are here in Davis Arena for OVW television. And on his way to the ring, Steven, the Golden Boy, AJZ.
Yeah, made his way into this four-man mini tournament for the last spot in the Rumble to determine the first ever OVW National Heavyweight Champion, AJZ, making himself known once again. Been a little while since we've seen him here in OVW.
Steve, you saw the Golden Boy AJZ walk past that brand new Golden Boy.
And his opponent, Dustin Jackson.
He's going up against the former Bro God himself, Dustin Jackson. Going to come in on fire. Been on a hell of a roll lately, and AJZ might just be in the way.
Now, Steve, Dustin Jackson has had a hell of a run as of late. Has been taking out comers left and right, trying to prove himself, trying to prove that he deserves to be at the top of the OVW ladder. Tonight, he's facing off. No, we've seen him facing off against veterans as of late, Steven. Now he's facing off against a young and hungry AJZ. So we'll see what it's like when two hungry young men go at each other trying to prove themselves.
A bit of a sign of respect there between Dustin and AJZ, offering the handshake before what is going to be, I imagine, a hell of a contest.
Now, Steve, as we've said, Dustin Jackson's been on an absolute roll. AJZ, we haven't seen for a couple weeks, had a little bit of time off. Hope he hasn't developed any ring rust because he cannot afford to have any of it facing off against a newly focused, a best shape of his life, Dustin Jackson.
All right, I'm not going to lie, Brian. I'm excited. This is our first time back live on national television. I'm flabbergasted.
You seem like you're at a loss of words there.
I'm honored by the mere presence.
And now, just not to correct, we're not live on National TV, but that's okay.
Yeah,
now, let's do a little bit of tail of the tape here, Steven. You got Dustin Jackson, 6'4", 240 pounds. That is what a professional wrestler looks like. Then you got AJZ, though, 6'1", 235. Giving up 3 inches with the same weight. That speaks to the bulkiness, the build, the thickness of an AJZ.
You're absolutely right. Dustin a little on the slimmer side for a guy his height. AJZ packing on a ton of muscle.
Now, Steven, it's hard. Oh, big arm drag there, Jackson. AJZ with the arm drag of his own. Now, Steve, who do you give the power advantage to? Who do you give the speed advantage to? Both of these guys are peaking both.
I don't know if there's going to be an advantage. What it's probably going to come down to, if I had to say, it's going to be the experience of Dustin Jackson over the relative inexperience of AJZ.
Big drop kick there. Dustin Jackson's got AJZ reeling in the corner now. AJZ, though, up and over here, Dustin Jackson, nobody's home. And AJZ, big drop kick of his own. Both these guys, Stephen, giving it 120%. You can see in their face how focused they are, how hungry they are, how much they want the shot at this National Heavyweight Championship.
Now, AJZ has done a lot in his short time here in OVW, going so far as to take Tony Gunn,
big kick,
the OVW Heavyweight Champion, to the limit. Now,
big wrist, big reward, big crossbody. AJZ gets Dustin reeling. Now, Steve, this is what we were talking about. AJZ just as hungry as Dustin. Now, is he sitting for that 262 TKO? Hey, Dustin Jackson was able to get over there. I thought that might have been all she wrote, Steve. Big Michinoku driver there. AJZ out at 2.5. Dustin Jackson's got to do a little more damage to AJZ. But again, Steve, you see a little more intensity in these guys tonight, a little more drive. Again, that national heavyweight title is right there ringside, gleaming, shining. You got to imagine they keep looking over going, that's mine.
As much as you want to be a champion here in OVW, there's got to be something a little more special to being the absolute first champion here in OVW. There's something special in the record books. And #1, whoever wins that national heavyweight championship.
Something special about that Boston crab, Steven. Dustin Jackson just wrenching AJZ. You can see the cries of pain. AJZ just has to get to the rope, Steve. He needs to get out of this and fast.
Now, AJZ with that shorter stature, he gets bent a little quicker, bent a little harder when the Boston crab is applied. If he had longer legs, it wouldn't do as much damage. Smart move by Dustin Jackson.
AJZ gets the rope, Steven. Dustin Jackson's got to let go, and AJZ's going to get a little breath here, a little reprieve. His back has to be killing him, though. Dustin Jackson had that in for a minute.
And now he's looking to get the crowd behind him here.
Dustin Jackson taking his time now, approaching AJZ cautiously. You know AJZ is explosive, can come out of nowhere. And there it is, just out of nowhere, reverses that on Dustin Jackson. Head full of momentum, though, worked against him. AJZ up and over.
big forearm to Dustin Jackson. Watch AJZ got in mind here.
Oh, my springboard DDT.
Unbelievable. I've never seen it performed that way
For
before.
a man his size, Steven, to be able to pull off maneuvers like that, it's like he's in the Rush division. These guys are really, really taking it. And there it is. That's the perfect shot, Steven. You see that title lingering in the background. You see the intensity on AJZ's face. That's what it is all about.
Again, they want to be able to say that they're the ones who made history as the first ever OVW National Heavyweight Champion. And they're going at it tooth and nail here in the ring. Woo!
Dustin Jackson and AJZ trading chops back and forth. Ooh! Now, Dustin Jackson has not ever held the OVW Heavyweight Championship, and neither has AJZ, so you can imagine what it would mean for them to almost leapfrog the line and go straight to that National Heavyweight Championship.
Right, the prestige that would come along with essentially being at the top of the pecking order here in OVW.
Oh, my God! Big shoulder block. AJZ takes Dustin Jackson off his feet, and Steve Dustin's in trouble. Oh, never mind. Looks like Dustin Jackson's got some thoughts of his own. He's going for that dust buster, but AJZ fights out of it.
Oh, he might be going for one of his own here. What does he have in mind? Perhaps it's that TKO finisher of his.
Yeah, AJZ was going for that 2-6-2 again, but Dustin Jackson was able to get out of it. These two are just moving like they're Rush Division competitors. It's hard to call this action because they just keep moving so quickly. It looks like Dustin Jackson going for that dust buster. Can he hit it this time? Oh, and he does!
Got it, and he is done. AJZ is Kaputski. Put a fork in him. 1, 2, 3.
Dustin looks like he's setting up for that Derby City Splash. Steve, if he hits this, this could be all she wrote. Oh, there we go. He connects him right on the button. Is that going to be it?
Here's your winner, Dustin Jackson.
Dustin Jackson picks up the win. Very, very impressive. Dustin Jackson picking up the win over AJZ, continuing his hot streak, continuing his winning streak, Steven. Dustin Jackson is on fire as of late, continuing that fire over AJZ. Dustin looked like let's show a little respect here to AJZ.
AJZ showing them respect right back. Big win by Dustin Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen.